What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. So check this out. So I went on ahead and ripped that cluster out, and these are pretty much the plugs that I need for the Mark III cluster over there. I need these plugs, so I just gotta figure out where they go at and how far they come down and just rip them all out. And I think I'm gonna take this clamshell off too and go ahead and take this key switch out of here too. So that is one of the plugs that I needed right there. I think the big one is the one that goes to the motor, and then I think that is the accessories one, I want to say. So that is the one I needed, and it just follows down into this waterfall and comes under the tray and then connects to everything. So this is a jungle of fun. Took off that battery tray, and now I gotta figure out how this is ran. It's in some type of plug right here, and then this plug goes to something else, which goes to something else, which goes to something else, which goes to something else. So now I gotta figure out that complicated task of a ball. Well, it's the next day. It's cold, it's rainy, I'm confused with this Mark III. I'm all over the place. I don't even remember what I was doing or where I left off at, but this is all confusing to me. Now, granted, this is the first car that I've ever completely built, swapped, did all of this to. And me doing the valve on that is the most that I've ever done to that car. So, check me out here. I'm trying my best here. I'm super confused, but check me out. This is the cluster for the Mark IV. That is the cluster for the Mark IV, and these are the pins that I needed that I did not have, the plugs. So these plugs are not the same for the Mark III. The Mark III has different plugs, which it has one single plug, which is just like this, and has everything wired into this one plug. Jumped to a forum and found this forum. It's on Vortex, so just in case anybody asks what forum I went to. This is Vortex, and a guy was trying to do the same swap, and pretty much he found the whole pin layout. All 28 plugs, all 28 pins for the Mark III. And then he found all 28 pins for the Mark III right there. And then all of the Mark IVs are right here. Blue harness and green harness. So I think what I want to do is, I think I'm going to use this same pretty much layout of where all the pins are, and I'm just going to splice into this harness. So like those plugs, I'm going to plug them into the Mark III spots on the harness, like the mass air sensor, constant 12 volts, the oil pressure, the fuel, all of that stuff, and then find it over here in the Mark IV one, and then just plug and play it. But off of this complicated stuff, onto more complicated stuff. I sat here for probably maybe 30-40 minutes peeling back the glue that was stuck on this bolt right here to get this bolt out, and man, that was dumb. All that glue that was there, dumbest stuff they ever put in these cars. I'll say this again, that green one is my first Jetta, my first Volkswagen ever, and this black one is my second one. And on my second one, I'm up here trying to do a whole 1.8T swap to it. Wasn't planning on doing it, but I'm doing it. So if any of you guys know more than what I know, please feel free to comment down below, and don't jump in the comments and be like, this guy has no idea what he's doing and all of that. Sure, I'm sitting here saying it. That's my first Volkswagen right there. It's a VR6 right there. I just changed the valves in it. It's right there. And this is my second one. So Haha, you're wrong. But I need to get this one off too. So the top one wasn't bad because it had the antenna on top of it, but the one at the bottom right there, you probably can't even see it. Right there. It has so much glue caked on top of it. Now I gotta go through and cut all of that out. Oh yeah, here's the other fancy thing. So, with the ECU here, everything that I thought was gonna be easy, unless I'm looking over this, is on some other whole nother wiring crap. But this is it right here. This is the main engine wire. This is the main engine plug. It goes into this. So that goes in just like this, and this is how the ECU runs into the motor. Perfect, I get it. Now there is another one that comes off over here. There's a big one. So the main harness goes into this one. This one runs the motor and everything. Then there is this one. There's the big one. And that one is this big plug right here. So this big plug has all of this these wires in it that goes to the starter and the clutch. So that's what I'm stuck trying to pull out right now. I'm having the toughest time trying to pull all of this harness out. Now I honestly just really want to more so cut it like right here, but I'm like, why cut it? Because I think I'm pulling off all of the front, which has the headlights and everything into it. So I feel like I just need to pull all of that wiring out right there and everything, but then that means pretty much pull out the whole dash, because all of that runs into the fuse box and onto the dash and everything. And then there is the confusing part of the key part right here. Now I don't know if I'm supposed to take the black part out right here or pull off this whole key assembly, but this does not come off, at least from where I've seen that. This does not come off. I mean, maybe it does, but yeah, I can't seem to finagle that off of there. So that is where I am at right there. I'm pretty much stuck on this part. So I managed to get the front end, the front radiator support off and the bumper off. There's the bumper, and I was trying to line this up, the Mark 4 face up on the Mark 3. For the most part, it fits. I came into two main problems. The part of the radiator support, it really doesn't fit all that much. If you can see right here, this side is pushed all the way up in right there, and then this side is off just a little bit. Now I have two options I can do. I can take this and I can push it out more, or I can take this and then I can cut it. Either way, it just needs to slide up in there just that much. But other than that, the rest of it does fit. It clears the bottom. This part of the radiator will be under the support right here, and everything else does go ahead and clear. So I am super happy about that. That works out super perfect. And now with the harness, this is what I've really been working at, trying to get this waterfall out. Like I was saying, this is the other piece of the harness plug that I need right here, and this pretty much controls the front end and the starter and and the clutch right here. So, and a lot of this goes to the dash, and it's inside of that right there. So that I need to pull off all of that, and then I'm probably not going to use any of this, so I'm probably just going to cut it all off and not use it. But other than that, I am wrapping it up with this Mark IV right here. I still do need to go ahead and pull off the hub assembly off, and I need to pull off these back tail lights because that is going on the Mark IV, and finish pulling off the mud flaps. Go put that back in the house. Okay, I think I'm just going to remove off these plugs right here. I need to take a picture of this right quick so I remember. Look like it has purple go to white, black goes to purple, orange orange, pink pink, blue blue. Let me take a picture still. Alright, so just got the plug off of the Mark IV. Now this was one of the main plugs that I was saying I needed right here. This part goes into right here. Now, let me open it up first. So yeah, that part goes into that plug right there. Now, I needed that. I don't even think I need like all of this. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but I don't. All of these plugs right here, I don't think I need all of these plugs, because at the end of the day, I really only need, yeah, because at the end of the day, I really only need this plug right here, which goes into the starter like that, and then there is this plug right here that I need that goes into the right there. So at the end of the day, those are really the only two plugs that I had needed, and I needed that to go into there. So like, I don't really think that I need like all of these plugs. Maybe these plugs, one of these plugs power that down there, but I don't think I need all of these. So again, that is where I'm at. I know I say that a lot, but this wiring system is very confusing to me, and I am learning as I go. So that's where we are. I do have all the plugs to the harness though. I mean, for the ECU. I do have all the plugs for the ECU though. So that is awesome right there. Now I gotta figure out what wires come off of here and go. Sorry about the wind. It's really picking up right now. But now I gotta figure out what wires come off of here and go inside of there. Because now I gotta figure out how to wire all of this to the cluster and to the fuse box, which I think that is what this harness is. So that goes to the fuse box right there, and then this is the rest of that harness right there. So I think now I need to go in and pull off this fuse box right here, and then whatever wires come to this right here, that way I can eventually pull off this key. So then I pull off that key, and then I will be done with the harness on the inside of here. I know some of you guys are Bentley owners, and you guys own the manual to all of this stuff. I don't own a Bentley, probably will never own a Bentley in my life. I know I probably need one, but I work by looking at things and figuring it out, not by reading it. I never worked that way in school. That's probably why the teachers didn't like me anyways. But on to another subject. If you guys have a Bentley and you know like where these plugs right here go to, feel free to comment down below and let me know. Or feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I'll drop that right now. And send me like whatever you got. That way you can, if you want to help me out on this build and help me figure out this wiring. But yeah. To be honest with y'all, I think I'm done for today. This is too much. I'm sitting up here thinking about all of this. It's too much. I need a break. If you can look right there, see that big ball of wires right there? All that has to come out of that hole right there. That is all the harness that's inside of the dash. So I guess I need to pull all of that out here because that goes to the fuse box. like I've been saying, I don't know if I can use my fuse box. I got the harness of what I need off the harness. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to go for the key. Again, I'll say it over here. I have everything for the ECU ready now, right? But I still don't know the wires that I need to run through there. So check me out. I put the fender on, the radiator, and the lights. The radiator support and the lights. Nothing's set in stone right quick. Everything is just kind of sitting there. But I like how it looks. My only one thing. Guys, ready? And you better not talk crap about it. It's right here. Now, I was trying to take the fender and push it as close as I can to close this gap up, but this is really the only gap right there. When the bumper goes back on, we all know the bumper sits on this right here, so there will be no bumper gap. But that's the only gap I have right now. And I still have to put the hood on. The hood is going to line right up with this, so that's going to be no problem. But check it out. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. I still have the Mark III stuff. I'm not getting rid of the Mark III stuff because I do like the Mark III front end. I just so happened to came across that and wanted to see how it will look. So yeah, I'm not getting rid of the Mark III front end. This is just now, see how it looks. If I can figure this out right, I'm probably gonna do this swap. If not, who knows? I really want to do the whole 3.5, complete 3.5 with the 1.8, the whole front end and the inside just on the 3 body. So that's the goal.